In this video, I'm going to be going through how to change the subject of the formula. So before getting on to changing the subject of the formula, let's quickly go back over how to solve basic linear equations. So if you look at the box here on the right, remember as soon as a plus is brought to the other side, it turns into a minus. And when a minus is brought across the equal sign, it goes to a plus. Same applies, multiply goes across, becomes divide, divide becomes multiply. If you have something squared, then you square root the other side. If you have a square root, then you square the other side. So the exact same principles apply for changing the subject of the formula. So let's solve this equation first. So we have 2x minus 8 equals 4. And we bring the minus 8 to the other side, and it becomes plus 8. So now we have 2x is equal to 4 plus 8. So 2x is equal to 12. And x now is equal to 12 divided by 2. So x equals 6. Now, if you found that question easy, then subject of formula is the exact same. So in the first question here, we need to make a the subject of the formula. So this as well should be just equal to 0. So let's do that. I'm going to bring the b to the other side and the minus 2 to the other side. So a now is equal to, so the minus 2 becomes positive 2 and the plus b becomes minus b. And that's it. A equals 2 minus b. The next question then, we need to make t the subject. So that means we need t on its own. So you can see there's an s with it. So let's bring that s to the other side and it'll become divide. So then we have z divided by s equals t. And that's it. Next one here, we need to make s the subject of t equals s over 5. So that means we need to get s on its own. So this is s divided by 5. So bring the 5 to the other side and it will become multiply. So then we have 5t equals s. That's question done. Next one here, we need to make b the subject of 7b minus 4a equals 2c. So let's bring the minus 4a to the other side. It'll become plus. So then 7b equals 2c plus 4a. Then we need b on its own, so we need to get rid of that 7. So b is equal to, so we'll divide the right hand side now by 7. So we have 2c plus 4a all over 7. And that's the question done. Okay, similar one here. So we need to make y the subject of 2y minus 3x plus 1 equals 0. So we need y completely on its own. So I'm going to bring minus 3x and plus 1 over to the other side and change the signs. So we have 2y now equals minus 3x becomes positive 3x and plus 1 becomes minus 1. We need y on its own, so let's divide by 2. So y equals 3x minus 1 all over 2. Okay, in this question you can see there's an x squared, but just follow the question step by step and you will see it is not that difficult. So we need to get x on its own. So let's bring the 2y to the other side and the minus 5 to the other side. So now we have 7x squared is equal to 5 minus 2y. See how I changed their signs as I brought them across the equal sign. Now I have that 7 in front of the x squared, so I need to get rid of that. So I need to divide by 7. So x squared is equal to 5 minus 2y all divided by 7. Now it's x I need on its own, not x squared. So to get rid of the squared, I will square root the other side. So x now is equal to the square root of 5 minus 2y all over 7. Let's do one more. So in this question, we need to make s the subject of the formula. And straight away, we have a square root sign. So I need to get rid of that. So you can see here, if you want to get rid of a square root, you square the other side. So I'm squaring the other side, so that gets rid of the square root here, equals 5 squared. And 5 squared is 25, so we have 7s squared over 3 is equal to 25. Now, let's bring the 3 over, and we multiply by 3. So 7s squared is equal to 25 times 3, that is 75. I need to get rid of that 7 now, so we'll do s squared is equal to 75 over 7. Again, I have a squared, and I want to get rid of that, so we square root the other side. So then s is equal to the square root now of 75 all over 7. And that's the question done. So any questions, please leave in the comments.